we continue to talk about the evolving needs of consumers, right? And new demographics gaining spending power. And we're going to see this factoring into co-brand propositions. It's going to challenge those traditional reward mechanisms. And so, I expect to see rewards based on access, rewards based on events, rewards based on experience offered alongside the more traditional sort of points and mile conversions. Not only will this unlock unique and differentiated benefits for consumers, but it'll also create that space for brands with non-traditional or even non-existent loyalty programs to cross that bridge into co-brand. And some specific technologies that I think are going to take center stage. I think, NFTs will continue to be involved. And, we're talking about AI. AI is going to become more ingrained in the products that we see coming to market.
We are moving away from the idea of a loyalty budget specifically because loyalty is so embedded into the organization's DNA. At Mastercard, it's embedded into our DNA, and we're trying to help our customers do the same thing because we really see loyalty as an outcome. So in 2024, where we'll see investment is an increased focus on using loyalty programs to bridge that gap between the digital and physical experience. There's also a huge emphasis on personalization. We want to use predictive insights that dynamically curate and create relevant offers and content, enable behavior-based offers and promotions that unlock more benefits for consumers. And again, it's about those touch points across all channels so that you feel like you're one program and you're accessing one experience. And then, of course, more gamification. Interactive experiences increase overall engagement, and they keep customers a part of a brand, and they drive that long-term value through each interaction. There is one thing that we see remaining constant when we think about investment, and that set it and forget it is absolutely not an option. We absolutely have to continue to evolve and adapt to a changing landscape and continuing to adapt our strategies to customer needs.
So I think this is a tough question to answer, whether the budgets will increase or decrease. Given, again, the uncertain economic circumstances that we are in, I think there are, the budgets, in my view, will likely increase in terms of the technology spend, because technology spend, transitioning to a technology that provides lower total cost of ownership, that provides greater speed to market, and helps you level up to the modern shape and form of loyalty program, will actually be a lot more productive investment in loyalty programs. So I see the budgets will likely increase in terms of technology spend. What is uncertain is budget increasing in terms of the program rewards and recognition, right? We already seen some of the brands, diluting the value of their currency or making it harder for consumers to, use the loyalty assets they've accumulated. Whether those are right steps or not, time will tell. But I think there is going to be likely some kind of tightening on budget in 2024 as far as loyalty program spend is concerned. But at the same time, I also see more and more brands would look to transition to a technology that provides greater cost advantage, that provides superior technology to be able to drive faster innovation. I think that so there's a bit of a likelihood of a mixed trend where spend might increase on the technology side in order to get cost advantage over a long-term time horizon. But the spend in terms of actual loyalty programs, we might see some kind of tightening if the inflationary pressure continues to remain. We also expect several brands to reimagine and relaunch their legacy loyalty programs. So a lot of the brands have loyalty programs that run in certain in a very transactional fashion. We might see that the loyalty programs might experiment, doing a lot more of behavior influence based strategies into their loyalty programs and make it a lot more holistic, than the transaction centricity that it focused on for quite a long period of time. I spoke about the use of AI and Gen AI. We also believe that there will be a greater use of AI and Gen AI by the brands to to optimize on cost and to also elevate the overall effectiveness of their loyalty programs.
Yeah, so I think what we hear from clients is that they are investing more and more in loyalty, and they're also seeing results of the investments they did last year. A lot of that will be on the redemption side, because it's becoming more and more evident that sort of the proof of the pudding, so to speak, is on the redemption side. So I think that's where a lot of the focus will be. And again, to the technology, and what we look into is definitely AI components to our platform.
So at Salesforce, in our conversations with our customers, we are definitely seeing a lot more interest in loyalty programs, either embarking on new loyalty programs that they haven't had before, or really transforming their existing loyalty programs because they are not delivering to the expectations of the member, as well as the ROI that the programs are expected to deliver internally. So there is definitely an increase in investments, and this is reflective of what we are seeing in terms of customer expectations or customer interests across industry verticals. When it comes to investments, our experience is that our customers are a lot more focusing on getting their data ready, bringing in the data from various channels, unifying the customer profiles, harmonizing the data, and then leveraging that data to be able to deliver personalized offers and personalized experiences for members. And there is also increased interest that we are seeing here at Salesforce on leveraging AI. Some examples that we have seen is particularly around generating promotional content, where they can really take the power of AI to be able to deliver highly personalized content and deliver those immersive experiences. The second area is around agent productivity, particularly in travel, hospitality, and financial services, where there is greater emphasis on agent productivity and how Gen AI can really be leveraged for things like case summarization or providing more guided answers or responses to customer queries, and also taking it to the next level where they can really harness the power of intelligence by having intelligent bots that can significantly reduce the amount of manual involvement to respond to customer issues, while at the same time maintaining the level of experience like an individual responding to those queries.
More and more projects that companies undertake tie to customer relevancy, repeat purchase, long-term customer value or lifetime customer value, and loyalty. So projects and activities and initiatives that drive more engagement with consumers, that drive better experiences for consumers, that allow companies to be instantly available when they're needed, are things that I expect we're going to see a lot more of in the coming years, and certainly in 2024.
Well, we at IBS certainly hope that loyalty budgets in 2024 increase, because usually that helps us in doing our business. But what we see is that those organizations where the executives really see the power and the opportunities a solid program, solid loyalty program can give to the business, then the money will flow there, and the opportunities will open up for the programs, for the suppliers on many fronts. For those that don't see that, they have the opposite challenge, right? And what we will always try and do is educate and help our partners out there to understand what is possible, also with small means, to really help drive the business. From the technology side, I already mentioned that. I think, and this is different to other aspects we saw in the past when it comes to new technology, is that the concepts of AI, generative AI, that these concepts are really here and they're easily accessible, and that is a big difference to other technologies that we saw earlier that were hyped, like the distributed ledger technologies, blockchain technologies, etc. It's just to take an example. AI is here, and AI is here to stay. And I strongly believe that this will be one of these pivotal years for that technology, to see in which form that technology can really be applied in a meaningful fashion, in an economical fashion, and in a safe fashion, in a fashion where we can ensure that our customers' assets, their data, is protected. The results that AI can deliver and support in executing the programs are sound. I believe that this will be a year where a lot of technological focus will be on.
So Amadeus sees that loyalty is still a very profitable business within the airlines, and with that in mind, we believe that investment will increase in 2024 to sustain that profitability on the one hand, but on the other hand, to provide more flexibility and scalability so that the airline programs can keep the pace with the market and the changes and the practices that today's digital consumers do expect. So we see that that's coming, and we're seeing new requirements and more digital experiences coming down the line. On the tech and the feature side, so in our space, what we're seeing strongly coming down the line is the airline retailing transformation. So airlines are looking to be more traveler-centric, modern offer, and forming the whole value chain of the airline business, including payment, operations, and delivery. On the other hand, we see that loyalty programs have been applying these retailing principles for a long time now, and we do believe that airlines will bring their loyalty programs closer and leverage the insight and the experiences that they do have. We've seen it already. There's some converging in this area. So retailing practices in loyalty programs really to drive that value. IAG has been doing this. So IAG Loyalty allows loyalty customers to purchase flights, hotels, and car rentals paid with a combination of cash and Avios into one single order, rather than relying on the more traditional e-ticket approach. And we see that airlines will incorporate more and more retailing practices into their loyalty programs, and as well their overall customer proposition to unlock new opportunities. So we're seeing real-time continuous one-to-one communication. We're seeing more focus on consent data collection, especially with the demise of the third-party cookies coming. Tangible and intangible rewards, those exclusive experiences that we discussed. Simplifying the whole booking and servicing experience is key. We mentioned that already lots of partnerships. We see that extension, self-onboarding, giving more opportunities for customers to earn and burn. We will see that corporate programs will be evolving on the tech side as well. And this will probably be the year where really AI will be expanded even further into loyalty and driving those data-driven loyalty platforms, advanced personalization, and they have to integrate seamlessly with all the existing systems in the airline ecosystem. So these are the areas that we're seeing coming. So really that focus on airline retailing, bringing loyalty and the airline closer together to drive all of those simplified experiences, all the different rewards, all of the different capabilities, and really driven by AI and personalization.